Throw line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And facing a 2nd and long. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he can't. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Ertz has it left side. And down he'll go at the 25. The numbers for him from a week ago. 6 catches and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
Hey, other side, solid. Here we go. Great.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away.
Let's go, guys.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not a big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
To throw is Wentz. This is brought in by Gibson. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the 1st quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Lyons. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Great. Run.
Now they try the right side here. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down, it caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Right back to him on first down. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the ball.
Play action. Now Wentz. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. The first catch for Jeffrey. Good enough for first down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Let's go. Let's go. Great 15. Great 15.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Kill. Hey, kill. Hey, 4-2. 2 Jet. Hey, rip 5-2.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And they'll go ground game here to the tailback. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special runs in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Down the man inside.
Now they'll run it on the toss. A beautiful fake. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Lose 5-7. 81. There we go. Back. 80. Wrap.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And they'll go on the ground. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Great 15, great 15. Run. 82, 82. Lion.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. He had the start to a season a week ago that everybody wants to have, NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Can he do it a second time?
He can. He absolutely positively can because of his skill set. When people adjust to him, he has a great ability to adjust himself and make them continue to chase him throughout the game.
Please. On the ball.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it. And out now come the Eagles. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Lion. Ram.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38.
On the side, solid.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
throwing is Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 5-3.
On second down, here's Wentz. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lions. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
We're good. Lefty.
And they'll run it here. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Wentz looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Duncan. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down with Wentz. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down,
and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Kill. Don't go. Hey, other side, solid.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him. Do you think after that last run they're thinking to themselves, we had to wait all day to play this night game, and we're still not able to run the ball the way we want to?
Yeah, this defense, they've risen to the challenge all evening long. This is 3rd and goal. Still looking for the first points of the game. They come out here in the eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, there was no secret there. They were in goal line formation. They wanted to pound it in on 4th and goal, and they did just that.
And how about the challenge? That's a challenge to the offensive line, which they eagerly accept. Haven't met a lineman yet that doesn't want to run the...
Now a play fake. Wentz. And that's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
Now Wentz. He hits his running back, Jay Ajayi. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards on the play.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And a big turnover there. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a very low line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Black, come on. There, sit. Stay stacked. Stay stacked.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just let them bleed the game out that way.
Ertz over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Hey, empty, empty. Lion. Here we go. Hey, great. Listen.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Lion. 82.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Hey, stack. Lose 5-7.
Now Wentz got to have this one. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kevin King with a pick, and the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football, unfortunately. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
82.
Wentz again here on 2nd and 10. And now here's another interception. Kevin King with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
81. Great 15. Great. 82.
On play action, Wentz. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL.